Hey there guys, hello Jeff with another video today, and today I'm going to be doing a DVD review actually. Makes a bit of a change because normally I don't do this sort of stuff, but I just realised I've actually got not a bad collection really. Oh sorry, just dropped the DVD, great. Just bear with me. Yeah, so the DVD I'm going to actually be reviewing today is one that I think we can only get in the UK. You know, please correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I picked this one up a couple of years ago. And it's under the name of WWE Tag Classics. So basically what that means is it's two of their like pay-per-views combined together in a 2-disc set. And these are the ones that I've got here. I've got quite a lot of these, but I'll just do, you know, an installment every week or whatever. Yeah, alright, okay. So the first DVD part of the Tag Classic is a pay-per-view called WWF In Your House 13. Okay? And then the other one is WWF In Your House 16, the Canadian Stampede. Alright, so I'm just going to go straight to it. I'll show you the box. Here we go. See if we can get a good look at that. Sorry, going a bit off camera there. Pretty awesome. Right, and I'll show you the back. Not really too much on the back, just match details. There you go. Alright, now I picked this up for about £6, so that's about $12 a couple of years ago. And it's 2 DVDs basically in one, which is pretty cheap I suppose. And yeah, I'll show you the 2 discs. And then there's 2 discs underneath there, it's just a bit, it's got caught. Alright, okay. Now for the first one, In Your House 13, it's called The Final Four. And this was a pretty awesome pay-per-view. It had a great match. The main event was the Bret Hart versus Vader versus Stone Cold versus The Undertaker. Now this match was absolutely great. It was like, you know, 3 of the best wrestlers in my opinion, all again in the same room. You know, who gives a fuck about Vader? But, no, I'm only joking. Vader's pretty good actually, I like Vader. But, yeah, Vader was in it as well. They're all competing for the WWE Championship match, and it was a pretty awesome match. And yeah, that's that. You know, I recommend you go and pick this a DVD up as well. That's the end of the DVD review. Bye. No, I'm not joking. Yeah. Alright, okay. Here are the rest of the videos. The rest of the matches. Alright, okay. The next match was a World Tag Team Championship match, and it featured Doug Furnas and Phil Lafon versus Owen Hart and the British Bulldog. And this was an absolutely great match again. You know, you got Owen Hart and the British Bulldog teaming up again, sorry. And I didn't, you know, really know too much of the other 2 guys, you know, Doug Furnas and Phil Lafon. But either way, they worked pretty well together. It was a great match. Owen Hart and British Bulldog, you know, can't really get 2 better wrestlers than that. They were actually great. And then we saw the Intercontinental Championship match, and this featured Rocky Maivia and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, better known as The Rock and Triple H. Now this was really good because it featured like The Rock before he was The Rock, and it showed him in a completely different personality, and he was actually bigger than he was, quite beefier, and this guy was doing drop kicks, he was doing German suplexes, completely different movesets what he eventually would have. But this was a great match, and it also featured the posh and the annoying Triple H or Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and you know this was a great match because it showed the potential of Hunter Hearst Helmsley and The Rock, Rocky Maivia, better known as The Rock, and you know, it just proved out really good that they could work together and stuff like that. Great match. Alright, then next we saw Farouk, Crush and Savio Vega versus Bart Gunn, Flash Funk and Goldust. Now this is pretty awesome because you've got Farouk, you know, and Crush, you know, pretty good wrestlers as well, and then also the high flying Savio Vega as well, which was is one of my, like, I liked him quite a lot, that Savio Vega guy, pretty awesome. And then you've got Bart Gunn as well, and then you've got Flash Funk and the Goldust. Now this was a pretty interesting matchup because, you know, they're quite opposite in like the fighting styles, because you know Goldust is very like in your face and stuff like that, so sort of Farouk, but Crush and Savio Vega are 2 opposite guys again, so it was really diverse, like, you know, tag team wrestling, stuff like that. The sort of wrestling I like to see. It was pretty awesome. And then we had the first match, I've done it in the reverse order, stupid me, was Mark Merrill versus Leif Cassidy. and this was a pretty awesome match again. Showed Mark Merrow in his wrestling shorts and his stuff like that, doing his backstage stuff. Him doing a moonsault, 360 spin, everything for a big guy. Great match. Right. Move on quickly because I'm running out of time. I'm not a YouTube partner yet. Okay. The next one was In Your House 16, the Canadian Stampede, sorry. And I'm going to start off the right way around now. The first match was the new Blackjacks versus the Godwins. You know, pretty good match. I don't think it's really pay-per-view standard, but it was not that bad. You know, pretty cool. Let's move on. Alright, next it was Mankind versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley, better known as Triple H again. Pretty awesome match. I've always said, you know, like, obviously not on YouTube because I haven't been around that much, but I've always said it to myself and to my mates that Triple H and Mankind, they're one of the most diverse wrestlers in the world. They can work well, extremely well together, and with other with other guys. So, you know, what can I say about that? Two of the most diverse wrestlers wrestling the same match. Great match. And then we saw one of my favourite Japanese wrestling matches, whatever you want to call them, outside Japan. It was the Great Sasuke versus Tata Minakunuchu, whatever. You remember that guy? He was with Funaki. He was in that awesome tag team as well. I love that guy. I love them so much, you know. I've forgotten what they call, to be honest. I love that theme music. It was great. So, yeah, the Great Sasuke versus Takamine Kanuchi. That's it. Alright, okay. And then we saw a WWE Championship match. It featured some of the guys from the other DVD, the Final Four. And it was The Undertaker versus Vader. You know, The Undertaker it was when he had that big mole on his face, that period of time. And it was versing Vader. And Vader again was using, you know, this is the time where Vader started to piss me off. How many times did he have to go for the Vader splash without realising that he couldn't hit it on anyone? Every time he went for it, people moved out of the way. It's just ridiculous. It's like sometimes when you go, like Victoria in the WWE, every time she went for a moonsault, you just knew she was going to miss. I watched her from 2000, whenever she joined, right until TNA, still watching now. She does the moonsault in TNA, they still move out of the way. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, that pretty much speaks for himself. And then we got to the highlight of the event, which was Bret Hart versus Owen Hart versus... Sorry, I've got completely wrong. Right. Bret Hart and Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart and the British Bulldog and Brian Pillman all on the same side versus Stone Cold versus Ken Shamrock versus Goldust and the Legion of Doom in a 10-man tag match. 5-on-5 guys. Absolutely awesome match. To celebrate the Canadian, you know, pay-per-view. What can I say about that? Awesome DVD, guys. You should definitely go pick it up. Here we go. Tag Classics. Now, you know, please someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can only get these in the UK, so, yeah. And, just to tease you all, the next tape, I'm going to do a tape review next, is this. I don't know when I'll get to do it. It's a collector's series, and it's a video on The Ultimate Warrior. And it's an awesome video, I'll tell you it is. And yeah, and it came out in 1990, this tape. And I found it, I can't remember when, I must have got it on the stall when I was a kid, whatever, someone bought it me. But I found it at the back of the drawer with loads of dust on. But I'm so glad I found it. So yeah, I'll review that for you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, whenever I can. I'll see you in a bit anyway. So have a good night and all that, chill out. Keep subscribing, keep adding friends. Cheers, Goldizzy, for the plug. I'm pretty happy with that. Thanks very much. Same with Matt Loves WWE and TNA. Speaking of Matt Loves WWE and TNA, we've scheduled an interview for tomorrow, so that'll probably be up on Tuesday or something. The first installment of the interview series. Anyone who wants to be interviewed, please leave your comment down. I'd like to possibly do one with Goldizzy. I've possibly got Team Rai doing an interview. Obviously, Matt Loves WWE and TNA. Dallas Cowboy Fan 777, and hopefully some more. So peace out everybody, have a good night, and hello Jeff loves you. See you in a bit.